The following podcast may contain strong language, graphic descriptions of violence, and other content which is of an adult nature. This podcast is intended only for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. GameLuster presents Cyberpunk RED, Nephilim Echo, a tabletop podcast of a limited Cyberpunk RED campaign. The players are Brennan as Locke, Haley as Oliv, Mike as Slash, Kate as J45, and Tim as Doc. The Game Master is Axel. This is DJ Can Cry on 97.6 The Stack. And guess what? It is the weekend. Yay, the weekend. But unfortunately, before we can just waste our time and kill our brain cells on various types of music, we gotta do the news. I know. You hate it, I hate it. But my corporate overlords say we gotta put it out there. So let's get down to it. First off, great news coming out of the High Riders. The first long-term manned mission to the Saturn system is currently being planned. Up to this point, there have been flyby robot probes, but now they are talking about sending a 10-man team to the moon of Titan, where they will land for approximately 2 weeks in an attempt to see what is really down there. Scientific probes have discovered ethane lakes and other sub-zero temperatures, but the ESA, along with the High Riders, have stated that they are very excited about pushing the frontiers of science and possibly making new discoveries for our solar system and the betterment of mankind. In other news, Danger Girl has announced that they are renewing their contract with the United States government to offer security services for the President, Congress, and the Supreme Court. CEO Michiko Sanderson has gone on record and stated that we take our responsibilities to our nation very seriously. The fact that we are a private organization does not in any way, shape, or form compromise our values, nor does it suggest that we have any ulterior motives other than the safety of our clients, private or government. And finally, Militech, in a related story, is currently being investigated by a Senate subcommittee on private armed services. This appears to be in response to the Mohinga incident, which occurred in Panama a few months ago. The CEO was currently unavailable for comment, but COO Dexter Manley was suitably grilled by the senators over a number of issues, including the drone, as well as potential financial losses and OAS complaints about environmental damage. This report has been brought to you by Ziggurat Internet Services. When you want to ascend to the next level of net interaction and data pool media consumption, you need to climb the Ziggurat. Alright, so let's kick it off with some old school samurai here on 97.6 The Stack. Rocket Chumbas! So it's been about a week or so since the party. Well, actually, a little more than a week since the party, and also a little more than a week since after the party. Oliv, there's a knock at your door.
Oh, not again. No, oh, shit. Okay, I guess I'll look out of the little peephole.
Seems to be a regular, unassuming courier holding a modestly sized box.
I cautiously open the door.
Yeah, I got a package here. It's from Malorian Arms.
I'll be taking that right away.
Okay, can I get your thumbprint so you can sign for it?
Yeah, I guess so.
He holds out a little thumbprint scanner.
And I stick my thumb on it.
Scanner beeps. He takes it away. Hands you the package. Thanks. He looks around for a moment. Lady, why do you live in a shithole if you're getting packages from Malorian Arms?
Why are you asking questions you don't need to know the answer to?
I'm naturally curious.
Oh, that sucks for you. And I close the door.
Alright. Inside the box is what looks like a gun belt, some accessories for magazines, a holster, and a note. The note reads, Terribly sorry. Should have remembered to give this to you last week. Actually, it took me a little while to find all the appropriate parts. Cleaning kit's in the bottom of the box. You can set up the holster and belt however you like. My recommendation would be a cross-draw setup. Be good to her. The note is signed Aaron Maller.
Oh, remind me to write him a thank you letter.
Certainly shall. Other than that, what have you been doing for the last week or so?
Staring at my gun.
That's not disturbing.
This is my rifle, this is my gun, this is for fighting, this is for fun.
I don't know what to do with it besides use it, so I've just been looking at it, thinking of other ways that I could carry it around before I got this, so...
Alright, J45.
Yep.
What all have you been up to?
Locked in my room, composing sad, heartbroken music about how the love of my life is gone, and I've been in this God's forsaken city for months, and I still haven't found him.
And maybe learning a little Jeet Kune Do from, like, the data pools or something?
Yeah. When I have the energy.
Yes, that was your martial arts skill that I gave you.
Yes.
You know Kung Fu.
No,
To
Jeet Kune Do.
hopefully impress him if I ever find him again.
Look, Johnny Silverhands only recognizes Kung Fu. Only recognizes Kung Fu. Everything is Kung Fu to him. Nobody knows why.
Alright, if you would make me a charismatic impact roll.
Oh no. What am I trying to do? What am I trying to do?
You're suffering for your art.
Oh, I rolled good.
Yes, you did. It turns out that while you've been writing some of this stuff, you've inadvertently been releasing a couple of tracks up onto the data pools, and you're weirdly starting to get some attention. You're making fans.
Nice. Guess I'm not the only broken heart in Night City.
Indeed. Alright. Slash, what have you been up to since the party?
You know, playing dives, trying to get a little more exposure for my band.
Roll me a charismatic impact roll, please.
Alright.
You haven't necessarily been setting the world on fire, but you've definitely been trying to get a following. It's a small following, but you know, you've definitely got some fans. They're wanting to know about merch and whatnot.
Yeah, t-shirts sold in back.
Alright. Locke, what have you been doing?
I suppose I've been trying to shadow more, oh god, what is it called? MVAC? I always forget the name of our little... Aerozaps, thank you, I have to write that down. I've been shadowing more Aerozap pilots, and in the meantime, also trying to just discreetly learn anything I can about Harry Masacek.
The biggest source for that is probably going to be Barton.
So I spend a lot of time with Barton, or attempt to at least. I don't know if it's actually successful.
Make me a conversation check, please.
Oh, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Okay, I'll take it.
You do spend some time with Barton over the week. He does tell you a few stories. You get the impression Harry was as much of an enigma to most of the Nephilim as he is to you right now. And this was a man who had his secrets and he kept them very close to the vest. That said, you also get the impression that Harry, when he's on the job, he's very no-nonsense, and he will do whatever it takes to get the job done.
This is useful. This is useful, but also scary. Cool. Also, Bart and I just, like, hang out like friends, you know, every now and then. Like, I'm not just trying to use him for information. Like, at this point, I feel like Locke kind of cares about Barton. He kind of has to, because he's been helping us out so much. It's like, we slam back some brews every now and then. Yeah. But that's it, though.
Alright, Doc. What all have you been up to?
Mostly providing my services to the people of the town, building up goodwill, and seeing if anybody might have any information on my lost associates.
Make me a conversation check, please.
Alrighty.
Now, through casual conversation, the occasional drink, maybe the occasional toot of pharmaceutical-grade cocaine, you do get a couple of vague rumors about potential leads, but nothing definitive yet.
I'll have to keep probing.
Yep. Locke, you get a call from Rex.
Go for Locke. What's up?
Hey, Lafats. Wanted to check in, see how you're doing, see how your friend Oliv survived the Wild Bunch. I mean, she hasn't turned up in, like, a graveyard or anything, or, flayed alive in the street, so I'm guessing it couldn't have gone too awful bad.
It pretty much went almost exactly as you described, except, and I don't really know how, if I'm being completely honest with you, but we were fairly honest with them, and I feel as though they appreciated our honesty, and we pretty much walked away unscathed, and Olive even walked out of it with the connection to Malorian arms, so...
Ooh.
Honestly, I felt like that was a giant win, although it could have easily have gone very poorly, because, like you said, we weren't there because we did something great, so...
Yeah, Ilya Polyakov is, he's one of the Wild Bunch, and he's got a temper, so...
yeah, totally. We picked up on that. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, other than that, it's been fine, though. Thank you for helping us before with that and checking in. Yeah, we're just, I guess we're trying to change our game plan now. I really am not 100% sure what our next step is. Just that we have to be on our fucking toes. As always. More so than before.
Yeah. Well, listen, I've been keeping some feelers out for news on Clarence Reeves. I don't know what you remember exactly. I told you that he was a local kid, made good, graduated really high up from Stanford, and then came back here to Night City. There are a couple of interesting tidbits, though. Stuff that is not necessarily in the official record.
I'm listening.
One, he had a brother. Emphasis
Had.
Yeah.
Had, okay.
Yeah. Apparently, the brother took a bullet in the arm when he was a kid. Some Iron Sights guy went completely psycho one day. Random shot, dumb luck. Kid lost his arm. Reeves tried building him a prosthetic arm. He was like 12 years old. It was actually kind of sweet. But his brother did not come away unscathed mentally. Clarence goes on to college, graduates with honors. His brother is busking down in the corporate zone and, bumming change. He happened to be near Arasaka Tower the night the nuke went off.
Oh.
Yeah. Clarence was, down at Stanford, but he came back shortly after the bomb went off. But that's not the most interesting thing. Or rather, that's the most interesting thing that I can absolutely confirm.
Interesting. Okay.
The other interesting thing, which I can't confirm, or at least can't get solid confirmation on, is that he may have done some very naughty shit.
That doesn't surprise me. It's a goddamn suit.
This is a little naughtier than most.
Oh.
The word on the street is that he raided the kitchen. The kitchen is Biotechnica's R&D skunkworks. You know, all those unicorns, all those new strains of hexatriticale that they use for Chew 2. All
no,
that...
I thought you meant he took a sandwich from the fridge. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. All of that and more, the crown jewels of Biotechnica are in the kitchen. And word is that he managed to put together an off-the-books raid and hit it hard. He stole all manner of data and prototypes. But, of course, nobody's saying what data or what prototypes.
I will keep that noted, Rex.
Yeah.
That could be extremely, extremely helpful. If that is allegedly true.
It allegedly is definitely the adjective to be using there. Because if that was the case, and he was proven to have done that, WorldSat would give him up in a heartbeat, and he would likely be facing jail time. which in his case would probably be several years of correctional brain dance, among other things.
I could live with that outcome. I was thinking worse, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah. I'll keep my ear to the ground and see if anything else pops up.
I appreciate it, Rex.
Alright. Take it easy.
Stay frosty.
About 20 minutes later, phone rings again. Caller ID.
Go for luck. Oh, I didn't even check the caller ID. Whoops.
Caller ID says unknown. When you pick up, hey, Locke. It's Harry. How you doing, kid? Locke? Are we scared?
So sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
You okay? Gun to your head?
Gun to my head? I'm like, what?
You seem to kind of cut out there, kid.
Oh, yeah,
You
no.
all right?
Yeah, no. I have no idea, like, what actually happened. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. Well, listen, kid. I got news, and I got a job.
Okay. Alright. What's the job, Harry?
Well, we are getting into the endgame against our friend, Mr. Reeves. And I need one little thing to really, really make sure this works. So I gotta ask you a question.
Oh, Jesus.
How do you feel about radiation sources?
I mean... they're okay, I guess? I mean... as long as there's no radioactive spiders, I think I'm fine.
I think I can guarantee no radioactive spiders.
Okay, cool.
So, here's the deal. There is a salvage opportunity which has come up. In the old city core, there are a number of warehouses, along with other loading docks for businesses and whatnot. A lot of trucks got stopped when the nuke went off, so they are still loaded with stuff. And there is one load in particular that I am interested in. There is a set of Kendachi TCS 4700 servers. Now you may ask, why am I interested in Kendachi servers from basically 30 years ago? Answer, WorldSat is using those exact same servers.
Okay, I see where the connection to Reeves comes in.
I've got some guys, I've got a couple of netrunners who have been surreptitiously tapping WorldSat internal communications along their internal networks. Now, if I can clone the servers that are responsible for their security services, I can get you, Barden, and all your other buddies into WorldSat, and you can have a close-up conversation with Clarence Reeves real soon.
Oh my god.
But in order to do that, I need the servers. And they are currently sort of kind of underground. They were in a sub-basement loading dock. I can't get to the loading dock directly. What I can do, however, is I can get a robo-truck in there, and I can get those servers loaded up if you can tag them. But to do that, you're going to need to go underground. You're going to have to find your way through old sewers, service tunnels, all sorts of things. And it's still kind of hot down there. No gamma radiation. Oh, God. I mean, seriously, that would just screw you up. It is kind of hot. Still a lot of beta radiation, though. Good news is, I've got some Gumbies for you. You'll be perfectly safe for about 18 hours. Anything more than that, and you might want to make sure you've got some sperm frozen somewhere.
I have to freeze my own sperm? What?
No. See, if you get this done right, you won't have to worry.
Oh.
Although, hey, if you want to, nip off to the sperm bank real quick and, make a quick donation, hey, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you.
I mean, I could use a couple eddies, but that's not the point.
You got to move quick, though. I've got the Gumbies. I need you to get in there tonight.
Okay. I'll see what we can do.
All right. I'm glad to hear it. I'll give you the coordinates to meet up for the rendezvous. I'll have the Gumbies ready, along with the beacons.
Sounds good, boss.
All right. This is gonna be great. I can feel it. So excited. Later, Tater.
Well, later.
And he hangs up.
Ah, my fucking god. Alright. Gotta call a squad together.
What was that?
Emergency. It's my emergency meeting.
Bad
siren.
idea, squad. Activate!
Yeah. I ring everyone's agents and I tell them to meet in the lobby, especially Barden.
Rest of y'all
Unfortunately.
showing up down
I
there,
arrived
or-
chugging a
Yeah, I hit
coffee,
down there.
looking like I haven't slept in days.
Come down, cigarette in my mouth.
Right on. So, we got a call from Harry Moscheck. And we all know what that means.
Very concerned.
Yes. But, he brings us an offering.
Doesn't he always?
Yeah, well,
That's usually what's so concerning.
yeah. He
Okay, so get to the point. Let's go.
He wants us to grab some WorldSat servers. Essentially the servers that are the backbone of their security framework. And we have to go underground. And radioactivity underground. We have to tap and copy these servers. And if we do all of this in return, we would have the opportunity to just walk into WorldSat and
Ooh, what are we gonna say to
give
him?
Reeves a piece
What?
of our mind.
What piece of our mind do we even want to give him? I look incredibly out of it, chugging what is not my first coffee of the day.
The only words that I want to give him are the words that are aren't there words engraved on your pistol, Olive? I don't remember, but I just want to put the back of Olive's pistol in this
Well,
guy's
those are good words.
neck area and then shoot him.
I only touched the pistol.
All right, fine. Well, you can do it.
Can I sing him a song about how much he sucks?
I believe you mean only you touch the pistol as opposed... Anyways.
Okay, I'm in.
Yes. But yeah, we're gonna torture the shit out of this guy. I'm thinking about tearing off fingernails. Dude, he tried to take our home. Like, that's kind of a big fucking deal. Let's be real. So
Don't you think we should tell the night market people?
about Harry, yeah, I kind of do, to be honest. I don't want to go along with whatever Harry's planning, obviously, because we just got yelled at for that. So let's.
I feel like I got scolded
Yes.
as a kid.
So let's not do that. But also,
They hit the back of my hand and said bad.
we
Don't do it again.
can't just like not do what he's telling us to, because we have to deal with the suit at some point. Reeves has come after this building once. He will come after it again. That's just inevitable. We're gonna have to deal with him. So I think that the smartest thing to do, like Olive said, would be to tell the people at the night market, but also kind of go along with this for now. Any objections to that?
Nope.
Yeah, this is all stupid, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah. Trust me, owning a building is pretty dumb. I wouldn't recommend it. Well, it's not that bad, actually. Pros and cons. Anyway. We have to do this tonight, by the way. This is a timely gig.
I'm calling my contacts now.
Yeah. So, and I hope you guys have some kind of radioactive protection, because we're gonna be dealing with that shit pretty closely, possibly.
See, we just send you and then everyone else stays above ground.
No, that's not what the team
Yeah,
effort is
that
for.
sounds like a great
No.
idea. Yeah, I love that idea.
I don't think sacrificing your super is a good idea, but that's just me. I mean,
We don't need you.
okay, you take the deed then. Look,
Okay.
we're not turning this into an argument. Fuck you.
No, you said you'd give me the
Can
deed.
you
Give me the
feel
deed.
love tonight?
It is where we are.
It's my building now. Hand over the deed.
No.
Okay, then. Liar.
He didn't have the deed to begin with.
God damn it.
He's just the super. He's not the actual owner.
Yeah.
He just runs the place for the Behringers.
Just some guy.
Kicking him out.
But yes, timely gig. Barden, do you have any words of friendly advice?
Did Harry mention that he was providing anything, hazard suits, anything like that?
He mentioned providing netrunners and tappers. Oh god, the protective suit. You know what? I was listening to that call, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I sort of forgot, which is kind of a problem. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Clock, make me an intelligence roll, please.
This is why we can't have anything nice.
Oh god. Okay. I'll take it.
Okay, you have things rearranged in your head. He mentioned to you Gumbies.
Gumby, right. Not, yeah. Okay.
Those are a slang term for hazard suits.
Oh, I thought you
they're-
meant the TV character with the donkey. Darn.
Yeah. How come we don't get any pokies with these
Yeah.
Gumbies?
Yeah, they are actually.
And you can't have
Made
J45 roll intelligence checks because J45 is already stupid.
They are radiation suits, and they are greenish, synthetic material. They have a greenish synthetic color to them, but they do turn orange if they've taken too much radiation.
Start as Gumby, become a pokey. Got it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's clarified.
Very cool. Gumbies.
Olive,
Ola.
make me a streetwise roll, please.
God damn it.
You think you've got enough to at least send a message electronically to the dead drop. It probably won't get picked up tonight, but at the very least, you'll have given them a heads up.
Oh, well, if we die, they know where to find us.
Yep. Any preparations that you all feel like you need to make before the evening, or?
Other than H? No. I'll offer. Does anybody want me to freeze anything for them?
I mean, if we're stopping at the sperm bank.
My whole entire body, because I know this is going to go bad.
I can
My
make
tears when I cry about how I'm never gonna find the love of my life ever again because I'm somehow doing dumb jobs for this dumb gang in this dumb city and I've never found him. I don't even have time to go looking.
Well, I'm not sure I can freeze your tears given how salty they are. It's amazing what salt does to the freezing point of liquids. Anyways,
Liquid nitrogen, should be okay.
Frozen
Yes.
Tears is a great title for a new ballad about my broken heart.
Once you've made all of your preparations there, you head to the coordinates that Harry gave to Locke. It's right near the containment fencing surrounding the old city center. There are very large, very obvious radiation hazard warnings plastered all over the place, along with no trespassing signs and all manner of warnings to say, stay the hell out of here. Sitting a hatchback near a section of wall, you do see Harry smiling. He's got a very large box sticking just out of the back. Hey guys, glad you can make it. So, these are your Gumbies. They're one size fits all. I love these things. They create a low-level electrostatic field along the surface of the suit, helps electrostatically repel alpha radiation, and provides some resistance to beta radiation. So, you guys should actually be fairly safe. But again, don't dawdle, because, I kind of have to get the truck back quickly. So, let's hop to it, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Harry looks at you, Doc. Oh, and these are the models with the anti-rad auto injectors. He holds up a small, slightly curved piece of electronics with kind of a bump in the middle. You just slap these on, seal them inside the neck of the suit. These little pouches right here. These will provide anti-radiation medications directly to the thyroid, so...
Good to know.
Yeah, but you might want to give him a quick diagnostic check just to make sure.
Alright. What should I roll?
Don't need to roll anything. It's
Okay.
just a standard check. It's something that you would be normally able to figure out
Yeah.
very quickly.
But as always, ounce of prevention, pound of cure. 2 grams of heroin. You know how the saying goes.
Once everybody is in place, or once everybody's suited up, Harry grabs a crowbar and pulls off a manhole lid. Alright, so your target is, interestingly enough, the old Zetatech building. You may ask, why would Zetatech be interested in Kendachi servers? Answer, they were cheap. It's kind of embarrassing when a company doesn't even trust their own product to run their own stuff. Go figure. Alright, kids. Down the ladder. Off you go.
Oh boy.
Before Barden goes down, Harry hands him a small tablet, in case you guys get lost. This has got the most accurate surveys of the tunnels as they exist right now, along with historical records of all the big infrastructure projects.
Right
just
on.
in case you need it.
Sounds good.
Alright. Down you go.
Is it dark? Can we see?
It is dark, but there are lights built into the Gumbies that turn on as soon as it gets dark enough. It looks like the face shields for the Gumbies are also polarized in a way so you can see a little more easily. You're standing in a very large tunnel. It's not a sewer necessarily. It looks like it might have been an electrical maintenance tunnel.
And we have the GPS that Harry gave us that surveys the tunnels. So I'm guessing we can just use that to figure out, start mapping where we're going from here.
It has your current location and it has your target location. If anybody has any basic tech or electronics, or sorry, just basic tech skill, give me a roll for that. Otherwise, everybody give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Wait. What the What is basic tech?
My int is so bad. Oh.
Yeah, you think yours is bad?
I don't know.
Yeah, that rocker boy int.
You at least rolled well.
Jesus.
Alright, anybody who got a 10 or higher, you notice that on the tablet there's a small brick kind of attached to the bottom. You're going to be down underground, so GPS is probably not going to be actually working. This might actually be more like an old inertial guidance system. So there's probably going to be some errors involved, but you're definitely going to be too far down for GPS to get through.
Only they had thought to equip it with a LiDAR back to double check against their records.
Dark and creepy tunnel. That's my next song.
You start going through the electrical access tunnel. So far, you're doing good. Seems to be following the map. there's a junction, looks like a kind of a Y-shaped junction. One limb going straight ahead, the other going left. The map says to go left. It appears that tunnel is clear.
What's in the other tunnel?
The other tunnel is also clear, but it will ultimately divert you away from where you're going.
Oh, that's no fun.
Nope.
Left it is.
You continue on. The tunnel goes for about 3/4 of a mile and then terminates rather abruptly. There is an access door which leads to an adjoining tunnel, and that seems to be reasonably cleared. You might have to move a little bit of rubble, but you can still keep going in the same general direction. You're just switching tunnels.
And do we know if we're close? At least closer than we were to the target than before?
Yep.
Okay.
The rendezvous point that Harry had for you was about 5 miles out from the building itself. So, you gonna clear the debris and try to open the door?
Yeah. Why not?
It takes about 10 minutes to clear away the debris. The door seems kind of jammed. Who wants to try and open it?
Who has the highest...
This would be a body check if you were going to be just doing... body or athletics.
Body or athletics?
Yeah, that ain't me. I only got a body of 3.
What's your athletics?
3.
Okay.
I have 4 in athletics. That's the only thing.
I've got a body of 6.
Body is...
Could try shoulder checking it.
I can do Jeet Kune Do.
Can we do like multiple? Can multiple people try doing something at once?
The tunnel is small enough that you can probably get 2 people on the knob.
Okay, so I think with Doc's pure strength and my slight ability to be athletic, we might be able to pull the door open.
As you put your hand on the knob, it feels unusually cold. Not like freezing cold, but certainly cooler than the rest of the room.
Not enough to be iced, right? Like that's just... But it's cold enough for the door to be a little rigid, I guess?
Certainly for the door to be rigid and definitely cooler than the ambient air.
The door is frozen like the heart of someone I once loved.
Doc, I'm not sure what that
Perhaps...
means, but do you want to just pull this door open anyway?
It sounds like there might be some sort of refrigerant or coolant system behind there, which would be sensible if somebody's storing sensitive electronics behind there.
Right, but that wouldn't, like, be a danger for us. And I guess I'm just wondering if we're opening this door into a trap, I guess is what I'm asking. I mean, I know you wouldn't know that, but, like, you're a doctor?
Yeah, no, I don't.
So,
Yeah. I don't think the simple differential heat transfer would be enough to harm us. No.
Okay.
Simply by opening
Alright,
the
if
door.
Doc says it's cool, open the door, we're gonna open the door. I listen to my doctor.
Alright, make your checks.
Oh boy.
I swear, I roll well in D&D.
It sounded like you rolled bad. That was just unexpected.
Yeah. I've been rolling mediocre today.
Better than straight up ones, I guess.
True.
Locke, you managed to get the door open with minimal assistance from Doc, and both of you get hit with a lot of water.
Oh.
There are internal Geiger counters built into the Gumbies, and they spike for a moment, enough that the auto-injector on your neck hisses briefly, and you feel an injection popping in.
Ow. Sensitive.
Quick question. Was the door... what side were the hinges on?
The hinges were on your side, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so there's not much chance of getting that door back closed. So, quick retreat. Let the water flow.
Yeah, agreed.
Water spills out into the tunnel. The level equalizes. It quickly gets down to about an inch deep, but the Geiger counters are showing slightly elevated radiation now.
Well, that's not good.
You'd think that we'd be able to get a couple of clicks even through the door if it was that much irradiated water.
That's a good point. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe it's not as bad as we think.
Perhaps that is a heavier door than we thought it was.
Yeah. Huh.
But heavy doors do mean heavy equipment.
Very true. Yeah.
So, might be worth pressing on, provided the radiation does not get higher as we go.
Barden looks at the map. We still got about 4 miles or so to go. Wouldn't worry too awful much.
Harry needs
Keep
to
going.
pick better meeting places. Why are we so far?
This may be the only place their security has a hole.
Probably the closest that he could get. Plus, if Zetatech is close to the center, fairly close by, then, yeah, there probably wasn't a good place he could pick, just a whole bunch of bad ones. Alright, let's get going.
Onwards and upwards. Well, not really. We're underground.
Probably
yeah, we're
downwards.
going. Yeah, we're underground. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
Underground. Keep an eye out for random David Bowie faces.
This particular tunnel goes on for another quarter mile or so before terminating in another door. There's a sign that's in pretty good shape, although it does seem it's rusted a little bit, saying Night City Transit Authority, personnel only, do not enter.
We're going to ignore the sign.
I've never followed the rules before.
We're going to ignore the sign, right, boss?
Oh, totally. Yeah. We've never followed the rules thus far, so we're absolutely...
Clearly, this is simply saying that Night City Transit Authority people are not allowed to enter.
Yes.
It's talking to them. Night City Transit Authority only, so only them, have no entrance. On we go.
You try opening the door. It's a little rough, but it does give way. It looks like it looks like a subway tunnel, and it does look like there's water in there. It's about ankle deep, and it does look like water is seeping in very slowly along various cracks in the ceiling and walls.
Oh my god, I know. I'm having deja vu flashbacks. Never mind, don't listen to me. I'm having a panic moment for a second, but then I'm fine. Okay, never mind. Oh god, I've seen this. What am I thinking of? Regardless. Okay, so we're not following the subway tracks at all, are we? Obviously, because you said that that's knee deep in water.
Barden looks at the map. Yeah, we're gonna have to go through the subway tunnel, up out onto the street level, then jog over and down into one of the storm sewers.
Down into the storm sewer. Okay.
So we gotta go about 600 yards up the tunnel to the station entrance.
Okay.
Or to the platform, and then from there up to the
Gotcha.
surface.
Okay. That we can do. Onward.
You're sloshing through the subway tunnel. This particular section of the subway doesn't look like it had a train running at the time. As you reach the platform, though, you do see some skeletal remains along with some tattered clothes and some very ratty-looking sleeping bags.
There have been people here.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Can we tell if there have been people here recently?
If anybody has the tracking skill, probably, yeah.
You could probably figure out how long it would take these bodies to have decomposed. Especially if is this water radioactive?
Yeah, yeah. You're slowly soaking up rads here.
Yeah. So we want to move quickly through this area, and two, these guys have been here for quite a while because most bioorganisms that eat human flesh don't like radiation, and the ones that do take a while to settle in and adapt.
Okay, fair call. Yeah, no, like you said, let's keep moving then. And also, yeah, you're right. These guys have been dead for a while, probably.
I mean, it's bone, so that's several months already, to say nothing of the fact that you're not looking at most other creatures coming along for a nibble. That's purely down to decomposition through microorganisms, which typically take a while to move in highly radioactive areas.
That sounds right. You said that with a level of confidence that sounds right, so I'm gonna buy it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Okay. Dead for a while. Onward, so we don't get poisoned. Radioactive shit.
You make your way up out of the station and back on the street level. It's eerie seeing this part of the city. You can see the barrier walls that are closing off the old city center. They've got warning lights around them so that low-flying aircraft can't possibly run into the walls. There's almost like a halo around the entire place. The sky is just a little bit darker. You can actually make out a few stars. But everything else, you see the remains of buildings, you see broken glass, twisted metal, chunks of masonry. It is truly apocalyptic. And the faint click of the Geiger counters on the Gumbies is a little unnerving at this point.
Guess we gotta move pretty fast, huh?
Yep.
Even J45 can't come up with a song about this.
I'll stop the world and melt with you.
Doc, don't be morbid.
That's great, actually. Holy shit.
Barton leads you over towards the manhole cover leading into the storm sewer. He finds a chunk of metal and forces the lid up, helps guide you, the rest of you, in there.
How long is this ladder?
It drops down about 30 feet.
Okay.
Once you're down in the tunnel itself looks like it's fairly clear. It's a storm sewer. Much like the subway tunnel, there is some seepage. The water here is almost knee-deep, and the Geiger counter is kind of clicking a little faster.
We're all gonna die.
Not if we keep moving quickly.
Yeah.
And try and stay up high.
Yeah, we gotta move. Keep moving.
Is this really worth it?
Yes.
Wow, Locke, you really want to say F you to this guy?
It's not so much that I personally want to say this guy. He's going to come after the building whether or not I'm here, right? So I could die tomorrow and he's still, if anything, that's even more of a reason for him to take over the entire building. So
All the shitty apartments in this town, I had to walk into this one.
welcome.
And every time you try to get out, they keep pulling you back in.
I had a purpose once, Locke. I came to town to search for the love of my life, G the scavenger. And now, I'm an errand boy.
You're an errand boy, but you're also making a name for yourself in one of the biggest cities to possibly get yourself known by G. So, I mean, yeah, like, I feel like, I mean, yeah, I might want to stick it to Reeves, but baby steps, right? Like, I don't know. I am also an errand boy.
I shall write a ballad about our defeat of Reeves, and it shall be glorious.
And you will reunite with your lover once more. Maybe,
Yes.
as if he's alive. Which he probably is.
Yeah. He could survive anything. To the delight of everyone else, J45 shuts up and starts following orders.
You follow the storm sewer for about a mile or so, and then you see that it has collapsed. You're supposed to be going forward, but there's apparently been a collapse, and you cannot proceed in that direction any further.
To the side tunnels.
There are 2 side tunnels. One of them looks like it's not going directly towards the Zeta Tech headquarters, but you might be able to get there in a roundabout fashion, or at least work your way around the current obstruction. The other looks like it's way off track.
Does one look like it's going up higher and might get us out of this water? Because direct contact with the rads is bad, and it might be worth taking a detour if it gets us into a lower rad zone.
Hard to tell from your current position, but the left-hand tunnel probably has a better chance of going up.
Alright, no sense in taking a gamble just on the hope that the right side goes up as well, because the left side is least out of the way and looks like it's going up, so let's try left.
You make your way along the left-hand tunnel, and as you're going, the map is getting increasingly inaccurate. What you're seeing in the tunnel is not matching what Barden is seeing on the map, and it's a little annoying. But you do seem to be going up. You reach a chamber that looks like it was some kind of city maintenance pod for electrical services and whatnot. There's also a hole knocked in one wall, and it's pitch black inside. There is a ladder leading up to the surface at the far end of the chamber, but there's also another hole opposite of where you came out of.
Okay. So the question is, do we want to risk the surface or keep going underground with increasingly jank map data?
Well, the only thing my only, hesitation about going above ground is, when we went above ground before, the Geiger counter started going off again. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Barden goes over to the hole and kind of plays his light around. There's a ladder leading down, long way down.
Can we kick a rock, see how far it goes?
Sure. You kick a rock, you hear it hit what is probably the opposite side of the shaft that Barden was looking at.
I shout, "Echo!" down the ladder.
About 5 or 6 seconds later, you get a response.
Whoa.
Well, Doc, how do you feel about this one?
It certainly is very deep.
But it might also lead to something underneath the storm sewer.
Yes, no, that's... The only question is whether or not it's flooded, but if it's not, we'll be actually much more protected from the radiation if we're that deep, because radiation actually has a very hard time penetrating the ground, and whatever material this is... We might actually be hitting into a fortified bunker.
That is a possibility.
Possibly.
I like that chance.
Yeah.
Better than outside, above ground. So,
Yes.
yeah, totally agreed with that.
Yeah. Above ground will be our last resort.
Cool. Yeah. Alright, cool. Yeah.
So you go down the ladder carefully, and it seems to go on forever. The blackness is just Stygian. There's no power anywhere. The shaft itself is fairly big. You kind of get the feeling this might have been a cargo elevator or something at one point.
Look around for signs that say Black Mesa.
No. You reach the bottom of the shaft, and as you look around, there's a pair of steel doors about 20 feet away, double doors. They're on some kind of guide or ram, and there's a lot of kanji saying warning, keep out, authorized personnel only, in Japanese. There is also the Arasaka logo painted on the door.
Oh, this is Corpo space.
Yeah. Give me a minute here. Barton goes over next to the doors, looks around, finds a metal plate. Yep, mechanical crank, in case the electricity failed. Let's take a look. He starts turning the crank rapidly, and the doors squeal a little bit as they start to open. You're having a hard time seeing anything beyond the doors. You'll need to get up close to get a better idea.
You can get a little closer.
As you get up to the doors and you play your light past them, you see what looks like an amphitheater of sorts. And there's basically a half dome sweeping down with various tiles of some sort. And there is a pedestal in the exact center of the room.
Pardon, where the hell are we? Are we close to the target yet, or what?
No, we're about 2 miles off.
Jesus Christ. An amphitheater from Arasaka. This does not look good.
Is there a small orb on the top of that pedestal? Because if there is, nobody fucking touch it.
There's not an orb, no.
Okay.
There is...
We're not looking at a goddamn demon core then. Good.
I'm sorry, that was so funny.
There is a large, what looks like cylinder, about the size of a dumpster. It's laying on its side. There are radiological warning symbols and stickers on it, along with more warning signs in Japanese.
Hey, Slash, what rhymes with big, scary amphitheater? Because I can't think of a rhyme.
Are they doing testing here?
Everybody make me a perception check, please.
Skill... There it is.
Those who got a 15 or higher, as you're looking around and you're looking up, you see that there's a number of strange rods suspended in an array from a metal scaffolding, a series of hexagons. There's a couple of rods that appear to have come down and broken open. They're glass, and it looks like they were filled with something. As you get closer, you can see that the tiles that you were seeing appear to be some kind of painted ceramic.
Alright, take your bets now. Torture chamber or weird sex dungeon?
Yeah, I gotta go. Lock
Weird
there.
sex dungeon.
Science sex dungeon. So 6 of one, half dozen of the other?
Barden shakes his head. No, I think we're under what's left of Arasaka Tower. And I think this is the nuke that didn't go off.
Oh!
Ugh. We're gonna die!
No, we're not gonna die.
If it didn't prime, it's inert.
Yeah.
But nobody fuck with
Doc, I don't know what
Nobody
any
tried
of
to
those
fuck it either.
words mean.
This is definitely one thing we don't want to tell Harry about.
Yeah.
Why? Would he be mad at us?
it. He'd want it.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not from here, but even I heard the rumors. After the bomb went off here, there were rumors that there was a larger nuclear area denial weapon under Arasaka Tower. It was supposed to ensure that nobody ever got any of their records or anything.
Oh.
And as I'm looking at these tubes, I got a really bad feeling. Because that's kind of a big bomb. I'll bet you that these are heat-resistant ceramics. They don't have to be resistant forever, just long enough. And take a look at the way that the room's arranged. They were going to turn this thing into a shaped charge. When I was a kid, I was kind of morbidly interested in nuclear weapons and whatnot. You can actually use a nuclear weapon to power a laser. I mean, it destroys the lasing material, but if you do it right, you get a fantastically powerful laser burst. I kind of think that's what Arasaka was going for here. They didn't just want to deny the area, they wanted to utterly destroy everything.
Only assuming that they got caught, right? They wouldn't just blow themselves up for no reason.
Only if they thought their records were in danger of actually being seized.
Right.
Yeah.
So...
And we think the guy we're working for is crazy enough to use a bomb to blow up everything? I suddenly like the idea of working for him a lot less.
No, Harry wouldn't use a nuke. Doesn't mean he wouldn't sell it.
Yeah, we can't really let too many people know about this. Like, at all.
Yeah.
Period.
Let's keep mum about this. It does. The fissile material still exists. Even if we dismantled the priming, somebody could
Right.
rebuild it.
Yeah. And frankly, I'm not good enough to dismantle a nuke.
Come on, Barton. What are we keeping you around for if you can't dismantle a couple nukes?
Shooting people in the face.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, that's good enough for me.
Alright, well, looks like we're gonna have to go back up and take our chances on the street.
Well, that was a cool little adventure. We found a nuke, just casually, underground. That's fine. Let's go back upstairs, guys.
Alright, you make your way back up the ladder, go through the electrical room and up the ladder there, back onto the street. Barden takes a few moments to look at the map.
Now that we're on the surface, can he reconnect with GPS momentarily?
The tablet isn't GPS enabled.
Ah.
We found a nuke. It kinda makes me wanna puke. Wait, No, I can't release that song. Locke just said not to tell anyone about it.
You don't have to say, you can say you saw a nuke. You just can't say where, when, how, why, who you're with, what nuke it was, how big the nuke was.
Got it. No nuke.
Just be very vague. Very, very vague.
Yeah. After looking at the map, Barden sighs and says, we're going to have to go overland for about a mile. But there's another city maintenance tunnel close by, and that should run almost directly to the Zetatech building.
Oh, cool. Sounds easy enough.
Let's get going. You make your way along the streets. The more that you go down the street, the creepier it is, because you're not hearing any dogs, you're not hearing any cats, there's no gunfire, there's no vehicles. It is just dead silent. The only thing you're hearing are your own footsteps.
And probably a steady...
Yeah, the click of the Geiger counters. The radiation does seem to be lower over here, so that's definitely a bonus.
I probably can't smoke in this suit, right? No, that's a stupid question.
No. No, you cannot smoke
Theoretically,
inside
you
that.
could attempt to do it. It would be a fucking stupid idea.
It has been.
It's been a couple hours.
Yes.
Trying to fall out of love with you is like trying to smoke in a hazmat suit.
You make your way along the street. You get over to the access tunnel. The tunnel goes about 100 yards and seems to have some debris blocking it. It's not completely blocking it. You can see there's open space beyond it. Probably take you about half an hour to clear it out. Kind of have to be extra careful.
Yeah. Yeah, we can take the time, because I'm assuming we're probably going to have to come out the way we came, no?
Barden mulls for a moment. Not necessarily. If I know Harry, then chances are that he probably anticipated we were going to be going out with the truck itself. I mean, yeah, it's a robo-truck, but we can just sit on the bed. And the robo-trucks are scanned for going in. I don't think they're scanned for going out. When they go in, they're scanned for passengers, and if there are any, it says, nope, you can't go in. There are human beings. But I don't believe those scanning systems are present for an outbound truck. Probably has to go through an automated decontamination station, but other than that...
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm just wondering, like, if we have the time to clear it, and if that's actually going to help us or not? Question mark?
Well, this is the most direct route to the building, so I'd say, yeah, it'll help us.
Alright, let's start digging, folks.
Alright, athletics, body.
Body.
Alright. Let me move my cat, who keeps trying to investigate what's going on, and let me roll.
Are we all rolling or just talk?
I mean, I'm guessing everybody roll.
Yeah,
but
I'd say that's probably... Yeah, everybody roll.
good roll, reindeer.
So, between the six of you, it does get cleaned out very quickly. The tunnel appears to be clear. Radiation does seem to be pretty low. You keep making your way along.
Okay. How are our suits looking? Still healthy green?
Yep, still nice and green. You make your way along the tunnel. The tunnel continues on, but the map indicates that there is a access door that you can take which will lead down into the sub-basement, which is where you need to be to find the servers.
Let's take that one then.
Everybody make me perception checks, please. Everybody who got above a 15. You go down into the access tunnel leading to the building. As you're going along, you hear voices and you hear what sounds like equipment being worked on.
Hello, live sight. Quiet talk, stealthy movement.
Barden unshoulders his rifle. He starts creeping along.
Yeah, Doc will get the shotgun at the ready. Give them no opportunity to shoot back.
Olive, do you have your cool gun? Did you bring the cool gun?
Yeah.
Good. We're gonna use it. Maybe.
Do I really have to waste it on people that it shouldn't be used on? I feel like I should be killing high-profile people with this.
Yeah.
Does the scenario make it more appropriate?
It's an equal opportunity gun.
God damn it.
Oh, rolling stealth.
Oh, stealth. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, my rolls today, man.
Okay, wait, hold on. I can find it. Haha, I found it.
Somehow, J45 really wasn't terribly stealthy.
Am I ever? Has J45 ever in his entire life ever done anything that could be considered stealthy? No, he hasn't.
He even sleeps flamboyantly.
Of course he does.
As you make your way along, you get towards the back edge of the sub-basement. You see the truck that you needed to going towards. You also see half a dozen guys already raiding the truck.
Huh? Raiding the truck? Already?
Yep.
We got beaten to it.
And J45, in his effort to be stealthy,
Sorry, guys.
does the exact opposite and makes a terrible racket.
I'm so
Kicks
sorry, guys.
a pipe. Ding, 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 as it rolls and rolls.
I'm so sorry.
Drums.
And Jay, you hear a familiar voice. Oh, fuck me sideways.
I freeze, not really sure what to do. Hi?
I thought I left your dead ass on the Drift City.
I wasn't dead, and I came to find you. I've been looking for you everywhere.
Yeah, I know. And you've been as subtle as a herd of elephants. Not that there are elephants around anymore, but, you know,
I've heard they're actually quite subtle creatures.
I was trying to get away. I was trying to leave, quietly. I didn't think you'd be mooning over me.
You left on purpose?
Yeah. Because I got what I needed.
What did you need?
The artificial kidneys from your parents. See, I made little shoulder pads out of them. They're really cool and very functional.
Should we shoot him?
Can I take the shoulder pads as a souvenir if we kill him?
This is not how I expected our reunion to go.
I wasn't expecting a reunion in the first place. I was trying my dead level best to avoid one. Why do you think I ran away with the skank in the first place?
J45, you have every right to shoot this fucker in the face.
I
can't
can shoot him.
Shoot him. I'm in love with him.
You got a whole
Can I shoot him?
you got a whole team of
Wait,
people here
no,
willing
he's
to
not.
shoot him.
He's not worth it.
Oh,
Gee, babe, I love you.
I just needed to get close to you for the parts from your freaky parents.
But
What are you even doing down here? I mean, seriously. I do this shit for a living. This is my job.
I'm
This is
cool
my
now.
career. This is my...
I do cool things too now, G. I'm cool now.
Really?
I can confirm.
And you're not. I mean, took my parents' kidneys. You didn't love me at all. And also, you go by a dumb nickname. Your name isn't G anyway. It's Gerald.
Yeah, I know. I never asked for the G nickname. I just went along with it because I thought it would make it easier to harvest your parents' kidneys.
Can I punch him in the face?
But I love him.
Yeah, doesn't mean
But I
you know.
don't.
he turned your parents kidneys into shoulder pads. Like, you gotta shoot this guy in the face.
Or beat his ass.
Kidneys aren't even that large.
But the cool shoulder pads.
They were artificial kidneys. And those are big enough to serve as shoulder pads. And admittedly, they do look kind of stylish.
I called them. They're mine.
Jay, you want to beat the shit out of him?
I can't.
You don't have to you don't have to kill him. You just
I love
you
him.
know, have to wail on his ass.
I can't. I love him. And I just...
Barden puts a hand on your shoulder.
I came to Night City to find him. I love him. I'm nothing without him. I'm just some stupid kid with a lute from the Drift Cities.
You're cool.
No. All I wanted was
Yes,
him.
you are. And you know what?
I love him.
We always hurt the ones we love. Go hurt him.
Gee, please, tell me this is all a lie. Please, just tell me you made all this up and you're just bullshitting me right now. Tell me anything other than what you're saying to me right now.
Sitting inside his own Gumby, he shakes his head.
Oh, shit.
Open fire. For fuck's sake. Put him out of my misery.
Can I shoot him yet?
All right.
Yay!
Shoot stuff.
Locke, you have first initiative.
Cool. Sorry, J45. I aim for the G's face with my heavy pistol.
How many other targets are there?
There are 5 other goons.
Oh yeah, I'm rolling to attack. Oh, holy shit.
You hit. Roll for damage.
Oh my god. Oops.
Nice. You definitely hit him. You catch him in the upper shoulder. Sends one of the kidney
Oops.
flying.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. I know they're artificial, but I'm so sorry.
Slash. Yotan.
Is G still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
I'm gonna take a shot then. This guy's an asshole. I'm gonna shoot him.
You miss. Critical failure.
Sorry,
Alright.
Pete. This just ain't my day.
Yeah, it happens. Barton takes a shot at one of the other goons with his rifle. He hits. Definitely gets a good body shot on him. Goons make their own attack. Locke, make me an evasion roll, please. Should be under combat. They miss. Doc, your turn.
Alright. I'll aim at the same guy that Barden attacked. Try and get fewer, bodies firing back.
That hits.
Alright.
Roll for damage.
To whom it may concern.
You drop the goon that Barden shot.
Okay.
There are now 4 goons, and
If you stop firing, no more of you will die.
G45.
I don't join the fight. I refuse to accept this. Is he on his feet or is he on the ground?
He's still on his feet, although he is kind of bleeding all over the
I
place.
step up to him, look him straight in the eyes, and say, "No, I don't accept this. I became a musician because I wanted to change the world. And this is what I want to change, because this is what I want. You, join us. Come with us. It's a better job than scavenging stuff. We have real work, real money, a place to stay. We're working for a good cause. We're working to make things better here. And maybe you can get to know me. Maybe I was a little star-eyed over you before. Maybe I wasn't. I was young and a little obsessed and weird, but come work with us instead. Get to know me and, I don't know, actually open up your damn ears and listen to one of my songs for once, and maybe you can see I don't suck as much as you thought I did. Please."
Roll me a persuasion check, please. He growls and snarls and says, "No, I am not going to join you, especially after you assholes shot me!" And he takes aim at you. He takes aim at you with a shotgun. Roll me an evasion, if you would please, G45.
I don't dodge out of the way. I'm not dodging it. This is the love of my life. I don't care. If I'm gonna die, then he's gonna get me.
You catch the blast pretty thoroughly. He hits you pretty severely. You take the whole blast. If you would, roll me just a reflex save, if you would.
Is that just the stat check on the basic? Okay.
You do take the whole blast. You are knocked down, but you don't take any further
Okay.
injury. Olive. At least J45 is now out of the way, so you don't have to worry about hitting him.
I'm just gonna follow suit with everybody else and shoot this guy in the face.
Alright, roll me an attack.
Can I still use the Loveless? Would be a heavy pistol?
It's a very heavy
Oh.
pistol. It's got
Oh,
you have
there it
specific
is.
stats for that
Well,
one.
I didn't put those in there.
Yeah. No, I did.
Okay, so I roll an attack. God damn it, I hope that hits.
It does hit. Roll for damage.
Oof. Oof. Big oofs.
Yeah, he goes down. The other goons see their boss going down and they decide to leg it.
I'm gonna go over and check on.
The Gumby has definitely been ruptured. You can see there's a warning light flashing on the auto inject. It has already injected J45 with anti-rad meds, but it's also sensing that there is a constant that there is basically a suit leak.
I will patch. I mean, I'm sure I've got some sort of adhesive strip that I can patch. It would be stupid not to have anything of that sort in our standard gear.
You can patch up injuries, but a repair kit for the Gumbies would be very specialized.
I'm not saying
I
a
do
repair
not
kit.
have-
I'm saying like emergency, like patch tape. It's standard issue on existing NBC gear.
I don't know if you have that much patch tape. J45 got hit with a shotgun, so it's not a single bullet wound or bullet hole. It's shredded all across the torso area.
We've got a truck.
We call him the Robo Truck,
Yeah.
or do we? Barton goes over to the other truck that seems to have been left behind by the scavengers. Son of a bitch. They Trojaned their way in. They used a standard Robo Truck and they basically lobotomized it, hid themselves inside, and made it look like just a standard Robo Truck. Wow, clever bastards.
Do they have any spare suits in there?
Looking. No, but they do have, looks like they've got a repair kit.
It'll have to do.
Yeah. Alright. Barton hands you the repair kit, Doc.
Yep. First aid?
Yeah. You have stabilized J45.
I will also attempt to stabilize if I can.
No,
G.
he's an asshole. He's dead and an asshole.
Oh, I'm not saying to save his
Look,
life.
I tried.
Like long term.
I tried.
Okay.
Alright.
I was thinking maybe we could get information.
Oh,
out of
that's
him.
actually a good idea. Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe stabilize him a little bit.
Yeah. All right.
Mostly stabilized. You stabilize Gerald.
I'm also giving his shotgun to J45.
Seems like a reasonable trophy.
Yeah. And figuring out where the robo kidneys went off to. J45, I think, gets first dibs on that.
One of them is still on his suit.
Yeah.
They're actually in just kind of a semi-harness that goes over the shoulders. Apparently he likes wearing them at all times and wants them visible no matter what he's wearing. The other robo-kidney is off in a corner somewhere. Locke,
Hello.
you might want to take a quick look at the truck and see about getting it loaded up. There's probably a load-up routine that they have. There is a small mechanical crane mounted near the back of the cab.
Yeah, I remorsefully go and pack up the truck. Feel bad that J45's just, bleeding out. Stabilized, bleeding out. But, yeah, gonna scurry on over to the truck.
Make me a perception check, if you would. As you're passing by the servers, on your way to Jerry's truck, you notice that there is a large rent or tear in the casing of a couple of the servers.
I examine that further.
Looks like the edge of the shotgun blast that hit J45 carried past and went into the servers.
Some of them or all of them?
Hard to say. Right now, the servers themselves are kind of wrapped up in plastic, but the plastic has been shredded. The outer casing on at least 2 of them has been ripped open.
Okay, well, we can still work with that.
If there are any usable parts,
Maybe. At this point, it's
Yeah,
Harry's
I mean, we
problem.
have what we came for. He's gonna give us shit, but whatever. It's not really our... It's not like we saw this coming. We didn't know that they were gonna Trojan horse their way in at the same time we were gonna raid the truck, so...
Alright, let's get these servers loaded up. Barton kind of stands over Gerald for a minute. Seems to be mulling what he might want to do. I'm not much of a talker. I have no real facility for interrogation. Frankly, I'm an asshole. I do know somebody who does have a facility for interrogation. And you know what? He is gonna be pissed. Barden looks over at you, Doc, and then at you, Slash. Load this piece of shit onto the bed. I'm sure Harry will have some very enlightening conversations with him once we get out.
Yeah, I'll take his legs.
I'll get him by the shoulders.
Carefully. Don't want to jostle him too much. Be a crying shame if he bled to death before Harry got a crack at him. I'm sure he'll want him healthy before he's broken. The loading process for the servers takes about half an hour. There are a total of 6 servers. 2 of them are damaged. You can't be sure how much internally. It doesn't look like it carried through into the other servers, which is probably good, but may present problems later. Locke, once everything's loaded up, you've probably got the best driving skill to make for the rendezvous point.
Sounds good. As long as we're not expecting any other visitors.
No, I don't imagine we are.
Doc, how's J45 looking?
Stable, but largely unresponsive. I don't think that's necessarily a medical response, though, strictly speaking.
Understood. Well, let's go onward and upwards. To the rendezvous point.
You drive very carefully out of the sub-basement and up the ramp back onto the street. Barden's map does have the overland route that the robo-truck should have been following initially. The gate scans the truck briefly, but does not stop you leaving. You drive on, and about 20 minutes later, you meet up at the second rendezvous where Harry is waiting. Get out of the truck, and he's a little surprised.
Surprised? Why? Didn't think we'd do it?
No, you didn't activate the beacon. For a second there, I thought you guys were, buried underground or something. And yet, I see a truck here. What am I missing?
Found a truck. Also, J45's ex, kind of an asshole.
Really? Was he trying to swipe my load?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yes, but more importantly, he was rude to J45.
Well, I'm not super big on discourtesy, so I can understand it. Not a fan of it. But stealing from me, that I kind of get a little upset about.
Not only did he try to steal from you, he shot at 2 of them too, in the crossfire. So, yeah.
He gets a very stormy look on his face. Look, I know accidents happen. I know that people get itchy trigger fingers and occasionally have bad aim. And since it wasn't any of your people that seemed to have done this, it would be churlish of me to fault you for that. So I'm not. I'm disappointed! But I'm not going to take it out on you.
You can take it out on him. We actually have him alive and ready for you, if you want to take a swing at him.
Oh, I'm not going to take a swing at him. He goes over to G and looks down at him. I'm not going to kill you, asshole. But you're going to wish I had. For a long time. And after that, you're going to fear. You're not going to be afraid that I'm going to kill you. You're going to be afraid that I won't. He looks over at you, Locke. I got a decon shower set up just around the corner there. You guys get cleaned up and grab your stuff and then get out.
Right on. And apologies for any inconvenience. We didn't really know that the fucking truck was being Trojan horsed. You know what I mean? It could have gone a lot worse. But yeah.
Life's a bitch, and then you come to Night City. He gets in the truck and drives off, leaving you near the decontamination shower. Barden goes in, washes down, gets out of the Gumby.
I'll take J45 in.
Wash him down,
Yep.
trying not to let water get into the wounds and make things worse. Get him out of the Gumby.
Get him patched up.
Guessing that the rest of you are going to go through decon.
Oh, hell yeah.
Get cleaned
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Totally.
Once that's done, well, you got a bit of a walk to get back to Locke's car. But you make it without any further incident. And I'm guessing you're going to head back to the apartment building.
Yeah, probably. bring J45 back. She can rest up.
Yep.
Yeah, get him patched up and get him some bed rest.
Therapist, maybe.
Yeah. Barden goes up to the roof and just kind of sitting and having a beer.
That was heavy.
Yep. Locke, are you
yeah,
up on the roof
smoking
there
a
as
cig.
well? Or... Barden looks at you. Hey, Locke, do me a favor.
Yeah,
Not one living soul knows about that nuke.
understood. No one.
Not even your boss.
Nobody. What nuke? Haha. No, yeah. I never saw a nuke.
Sounds good to me. The echo still resounds. Cyberpunk RED was designed and written by Mike Pondsmith, James Hutt, Cody Pondsmith, Jay Parker, Jay Gray, Jay Kovac, and David Ackerman. It is published by Talsorian Games and is available at your nearest friendly local game store or online at drivethrurpg.com. Opening music is by Kraftamt, closing music is by Donnie Drost. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like and subscribe or visit our website at GameLuster.com. This has been Cyberpunk RED, Nephilim Echo, a tabletop podcast production from GameLuster.